I am so excited about what I want to show you today. This tool is going to allow you to select some chat that you want to show on screen or add the full chat to your stream. You can also aggregate chat from multiple sources like Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook into one place, dock that chat in OBS, and so much more. It's an absolutely incredible tool.
You're a tool.
Carl, I'm trying to hype an awesome thing. Can't you just leave it be?
Yeah, it probably costs too much anyways.
This product is actually 100% totally free and open source.
No way. That sounds pretty cool.
It really is, Carl. It is. So you know what? Let's get to it! Now this tool is a bit more complex to install, but it's totally worth it. So just hang in there and I'll show you everything that you need to know. The tool is called the Social Stream Ninja.
Ninja.
Not this again.
Ninja. 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 Man, I can't get enough of that word.
Oh, I can, Carl.
Yeah, just do your thing then.
What thing?
Your little video thing. Just get on with it. Don't mind me.
Oh, I have your permission to continue then? Well, thanks. Social Stream Ninja is actually a browser add-on which makes it different from other live streaming plugins. Let's get it installed so I can show you how to use it. This is the GitHub page that you come up to, and we're just going to scroll down here. And if we click here, it will take us right to the download and install instructions. And then if we click right here, it will download the file that we need. And we just want to unzip that file when it's on our computer. And here you can see all the little files in it. It's really very tiny. Now we just want to go ahead and copy this right here. And we can paste it in our Chrome browser. We'll add another tab and just paste it in here. And that takes us right to here. And we want to make sure that developer mode is on. And we're going to go ahead and click Load Unpacked. And we just want to go and find that directory that we just unzipped. Double click on it and then select it and it'll load it in here. Now you notice it does have a thing that says error right there. But if we go over here and we scroll down a little bit, we can read about errors that don't mean anything, and then we can go and check, and you can see this is one of those errors that don't mean anything. So now we can go up here to the right and click here, and if we select our Social Stream Ninja right here, then we can go ahead and just slide this bar to enable it. Then all we have to do is go back in and pin it. And now we're going to find the Social Stream Ninja up here in the top right in our extensions bar for our Chrome browser. That's the hard part. Now I get to show you what this thing can do.
You are excited about this one, aren't you?
I sure am, Carl. This is such a cool app.
Maybe calm down a bit. I don't want you to blow out your heart getting too excited.
Ah, you do care, Carl.
I gotta eat, man. If something happens to you, I'm not looking forward to having to survive on your dead body.
Oh, yeah. I can feel the love. Let's see what this thing can do.
You know the human is busy right now, so I figured why not jump on here and ask you to hit that thumbs up. If it gets enough of those, maybe you'll get me better food. Well, then why not subscribe? It's totally free and it helps the human out. You can also let him have it in the comments. Tell him how awesome I am and how I need top sirloin.
Hey, what are you doing in there?
He's coming, I gotta go.
Once you get it installed, you can basically activate it or bring it up right here. Obviously, when this is green, the extension is activated. You have your streaming chat dockable. So this is what you're going to dock in OBS. That's going to aggregate all your chats. So Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and any other chat that you want to see is going to be able to be docked in your OBS. Now right here, you can hide the menu bar if you like. Now right here means you can add it in as an overlay on your stream as well. So not just dockable, but an overlay. And you can use these buttons to turn on and off different features of that overlay. You can change the mechanics so it can hide and bring up new messages and all that kind of stuff. There are so many different things in here that you can do with your messages. You can change the visibility of your messages as well. So you can do things like show only your last message and filter out messages with bad karma, that kind of stuff. You can change the style of your messages so it'll make emojis larger or no text outlining. large avatar profile pictures. There's all kinds of really cool ways that you can do this. You can add effects so your messages will fade in and fade out, and you can export your messages. You can see I have save messages to disk checked on. This is how we end up doing the who shut the form down at the end. It saves all the messages to disk and then aggregates the names so we can add them to the wheel. And you can add or delete bots of any sort if you don't want them on there, and you just put the bot name right here. So it makes it very simple to remove messages you don't want. Now, the featured chat overlay. This is where you'll select the chat and it will add it directly to your screen, and you can make modifications to the overlay. So you can make it smaller, green screen, all kinds of cool stuff like that. You can add mechanics to it, like an auto hide, text to speech, which is very cool. So it'll read it out, and you can enable the text to speech for donations only. And I'll show you how to do that. Here's some different visibility settings that you can have on it, and then you can fade it in and out if you like. The emotes wall, and I'll show you what this does, but it's really cool. And there are some different ways that you can interact with the emotes wall. And then down here you have the global settings. So you can add in all the optional chat services like Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, Slack, and then of course you can opt out of these chats if you don't want to use them for some reason. Different mechanics of how things work. So alerts, you can change the way that they work. You can send messages to specific servers instead of using them in the standard way. So if you were doing a setup where you were using multiple machines and that sort of stuff, this makes sure that you can send those messages to other machines. Now you can set it up so it will tell a joke and auto reply hi, all kinds of cool stuff. You could put in chat commands that trigger automatically, so that the chat will say something if someone triggers it. Message visibility, you can filter out duplicate chat and replace common swear words with asterisks. Filter out messages with exclamation points and that sort of stuff. Very, very cool. You can change up the style to add different colors. Here you can have your chat auto open if you like, so you can kind of read how this works right here for general usage examples. And then here's import export. So I always save all of my messages so that I can use them at the end. And this is where you're going to tell it to save on disk. So I can save all the names seen in chat. I can save all the messages. I can save the last message and all that kind of stuff. Very, very simple to set this stuff up. But I know you're wondering how you add this into OBS and how you get it to work. So I think it's time that we show you that. Okay, so here we are in OBS. What we're going to do is we want to create our chat doc first. So we're going to go to docs and we're going to go to custom browser docs, and we'll just call this one Chat Ninja, and we're going to go here. Next we're going to go over here and we want our streaming chat dockable. So we're going to right click on here and we're going to copy the link address. We're going to go back into here and we'll paste this in here. And we're going to click apply. It brings it up and close. Now all we have to do is dock it in here. And there we go. So now this is going to be the aggregate of our chat. Now if we wanted to add this into our stream, we can easily do that as well. We can just click the plus and go into our browser, and we can call this one chat. Click OK, and we'll put our information in there, and we can go 1920 by 1080 if we want. And if we have anything that's going to make audio, we can put that in there, like speech to chat or something like that. We can do that right here with control audio via OBS. So some examples of this would be if any of your messages, you're going to want them to be read. Right here, text to speech. If you want any of this text to speech stuff, it could text to speak incoming messages. If you want to activate any of that stuff in OBS, you have to make sure that you turn on the audio so that you can actually adjust the audio on that. Now I don't use any of it, so there we go. We're going to click OK. And now it's overlaying the entire screen, so we might have to adjust the size and all that kind of stuff. But we do have one more thing that we want to add. we want to add our individual chat so that we can bring that up and see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here once again, and we're going to go to our featured chat overlay, and we're going to right click on there, and we're going to copy that link address. We're going to come back in here, and I'm going to click the plus. We're going to go to browser once again, and I'm going to call this chat select and click OK. We'll paste it in here. And I'm not going to change the size on this, and I'm not going to use any audio features for this either. You are welcome to if you choose. And boom. So that our chat select is going to come up right up here. We'll just make it a little smaller like that. And there we go. So now everything is set up except for the emotes. I definitely want to add the emotes so I can show you what those are like. So once again, we're going to click the plus, and we're going to go to browser, and we'll call this emotes. And we'll go ahead and click OK. And all we have to do is get our emotes, and those are right here. And we're going to go ahead and copy the link address. I'm going to go back into OBS. We're going to paste the link address right here. And then I want to go ahead and set this up so it covers the whole screen. 1920 by 1080. And I'm not going to use any audio for this as well, so okay. There we go. So now all of the features are set up. All we have to do is go ahead and start a live stream and show you how this works. But the best part is that you can test this through YouTube if you want. Now, I just want to let you know that there are different ways that Chat Ninja captures your chat. So how you're going to want to figure that out is in the instructions in Chat Ninja. So right here in the README on the Social Stream Ninja page, it tells you exactly how you're going to activate each of these chats so that they're going to show up in here and in your overlay. So for Twitch, you have to pop it out to trigger it. For YouTube, you just pop it out. For Facebook, you go to guest view, publisher view, or producers pop out chat. And each one is going to have its own little method. So you've got to make sure that you read this little information thing for the different chats if you want to use them in your OBS. But they all have ways to use them, and there's instruction right here on exactly how to do that. So it's very, very simple. We're just going to use YouTube, and that makes it really easy to do. So here we are in our YouTube, and we don't even have to go live. All we have to do is go ahead and pop out the chat, and there we go. So we actually have some chat that I put in here before. This chat is not actually going to show up over in our OBS. I can promise you that. As you can see, there's no chat here. There's no chat coming on the screen or anything like that. But let's go ahead and bring it up. And we'll just bring it over here. And all I have to do to activate any of these features is type something in here. So we'll type hello. And you can see it pops up here. It pops up in our main chat window. So this is the main chat overlay. And we can do whatever we want with it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to place it over here. In fact, what I can do is I'm going to go ahead and make that full screen. And I'll just grab this and bring this over here. And then we'll just go like this. So that's our main chat overlay. You can change the way that the main chat overlay looks by going into your extension, and these all right here will give you different ways to access the visibility and styling of the chat overlay that you can lay right over top of your live stream, just like that. Now, as far as the chat select, all I have to do is click on it over here, and you're going to see there it is. It shows up right over there. You can change the styling on that as well, but it's that simple to add it. And then let me show you what the emote wall does. That's this feature right here. So we can trigger emotes. We'll go over here and we'll bring up our chat box right here, and we'll just put some emotes in here, and we can use whatever emotes we want. We can just load them all up. A lot of people use this feature on my live stream, and that's because it just looks cool. It's just a lot of fun. So there we go. Put that in there, and then you can see there's this burst of emotes that just goes across the screen. It's freaking awesome. So let me just reiterate what we have here. We have the Chat Ninja dock. And that is controlled by this dockable streaming chat thing right here. So you add that by going up to custom browser docks, and it's this one right here. And that allows you to dock it over here. And you need to do that so that you can select the chat that will pop up here. You can use the chat select. Now this feature right here, that uses the exact same URL that we got over here, the dockable chat, but it allows you to add your chat right over top of your live stream if you want to add the chat. So that's what we have here. All the chats from all the different chats that you're in, whether it's Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, it will add all the chats. You can see the little icon right there that tells you where the chat came from. And then the last feature is the emotes feature, and you just add that as a browser source, and anytime that anyone uses any emotes, you're all set. So it's very, very simple to add all of these features, and you can configure these in so many different ways. You just kind of got to play around with it so that you can make it look exactly how you want this to look in your live stream. I love this app. There are more features as well, but they're a little more niche, and I have to leave you something that you can get to play around with and figure out for yourself. There are so many ways to use this, it's only limited by your imagination.
I got a pretty good imagination.
Really, Carl?
Yeah, I'm imagining that you're going to the store to get me top sirloin for dinner.
Wow, you do have a vivid imagination.
I am so hungry now.
Well, why don't you just imagine that you're totally full?
Not funny at all, man.
If you want to see another way to add chat to your live stream, you should check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. That is Carl the Cat.
Yo.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.